Hey YouTube, it's your girl Alicia and I'm back with another DIY video. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how I add my graphics or my image designs to my custom jumpsuits using heat transfer in my inkjet printer. These are my Dickie inspired jumpsuits on my website. I don't use an actual Dickie jumpsuit then cut it into a smaller kid-size jumpsuit like most people do. I actually make my jumpsuits from scratch. I will be doing a separate video on how I make my actual jumpsuits from scratch, but this video is just showing you guys how I design them. It's super easy to make and they come out amazing, so I thought, why not share it with my YouTube fam? I just love the way this turned out, so if you're interested on learning how I did this, stay tuned. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and go into Google on your tablet or your laptop. That's how I find mostly all of my images. Now you can also pay for graphics, but the first thing you always want to check first is Google. So I'll basically go into Google and type in Toy Story clip art or whatever theme images I'm looking for, and then click on the image button and then go ahead and search through the images and just go ahead and save the images that you want to put on your outfit. Like since I'm doing Toy Story, of course I want to do the Toy Story logo. I want to do like a picture of Woody. I know I'm going to do Buzz Lightyear. Just go ahead and click through the images, and whichever pictures you want to put on your outfit, just go ahead and save that to your laptop or your tablet. Now, after I find all my images and I save them, what I would do at that point is I would make a mock-up or a preview of a design of the jumpsuit that I want to make. Now, I'm not going to do that in this video, but if you are interested in seeing how I make my mock-up designs or my previews, go ahead and let me know in the comment box, and I will be sure to make a video just off of that alone. But this is how my preview design looks using the graphics that I saved from Google. Now, I print out my design using PicMonkey. PicMonkey usually offers a 14-day free trial, but since I already have an account, I'm going to go ahead and log in through my account and show you guys how I put my designs together and get it ready for printing on my transfer paper. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and then once it pops up, I'll show you guys exactly how I do it. Once I'm logged in, I go to where it says Create New at the top, and I hit Blank Canvas. I'm going to go ahead and go down to where it says print sizes, and the print size that I'm going to choose, which is a basic, is regular US printing size, which is 8.5 by 11. That's the same size as the transfer papers that I use. And by the way, for all of my items, I only use dark transfer paper. Even if I'm printing it on light color fabrics, I always use dark. Dark tends to last a lot longer than light transfers. So now we're going to go in and add all the images that we saved for the theme of this outfit. And whenever you add an image, all the images always pop up on the side of the PicMonkey. And The first thing I'm going to do is I want to make a really big number one with a certain print in the inside of the number one. So I'm just going to go ahead to where it says add text, and the font that I'm using is called Chunk 5, and I'm just going to put a number 1 and make it big. And the sizing that I'm making my images and even this number 1 on this paper is perfect sizing for when you're printing on kids outfits, as far as the way that I'm doing it. So you want it to be big, not too big, but you do want it to be big enough where it stands out on the outfit. And the sizing that I'm using is like perfect because it prints really nice, and the sizing placed on the outfit when it's ironed on looks really nice as well. So that's about the size that I'm going to do my images. Is the size of this number 1. Now to change the inside print of the number 1, I'm going to go ahead and you click on the number or the letter, and then you go to the side where it says textures, and you hit the textures button, and then you go to where it says add texture and you hit that. And I'm going to go into my computer, and I'm going to also have this print on my store in my freebies collection, but it's like a Toy Story inspired print. I don't know where in the movie the print is used. I think it was on Andy's shirt, but I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead and click that print, and here it goes, and then it'll upload inside of the number 1. And then you want to go ahead and change it to the color setting that you want, and then just click on apply. Once you click apply, it's there. And I'm going to go ahead and outline the number 1 because I want it to stand out, and it's also good for when you cut it out too. It helps you cut out without cutting the actual image. So I'm just going to go ahead and outline it in black. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back over to my images because I also want to add a picture of Woody to the number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and click on pictures, and that's going to pop back up all of the pictures that you saved from the Google. So I'm going to click that picture of Woody. I'm going to expand it and make it a lot bigger than what it is. And I'm also going to remove the background. So there's a icon that says remove background. So I went ahead and removed the background of Woody, and I added him right next to the number 1. And I also outlined him in black as well. Then I went ahead and uploaded all of the other images that I'm going to also add to this paper that will fit. You want to add as many images as you can that will fit with the proper sizing. I hate wasting transfer paper, guys. So if I could fit 8, 9, 10 images on one sheet, I surely will. Because the transfer papers are not free, you have to pay for them. So you want to fit as many images as possible, and you want to make them as big as you can where they will look good on the outfit. So I'm just going to go ahead and play with the images and size them to fit as many as I can. And keep in mind, on every single image I added, I removed the background on every single one. That makes the background of the images transparent, which will be easier when you're lining them up and getting ready to print them. So just go ahead and add your images, remove the background. You don't have to add an outline to it like I did, but you can, because I kind of feels like when I'm pressing it on the clothes and it has some kind of outline color, it makes the images pop even more. So for me, I like to add outlines on all of my images regardless. But go ahead and add your images, remove the backgrounds, play around, try to fit as many as you can on each sheet. To be honest, to make my jumpsuits, I usually use 2 sheets of transfer paper on each sheet, which is not bad. The way I buy my transfer paper is I get them from Amazon, and they come 20 sheets in a pack for $19.99. So it's about a little bit less than $1 for each sheet of paper. So to be able to just use 2 to make a full outfit, that's only $2 worth. So it's not bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep on playing with the images, and you'll see the finished paper before I print it. You'll see the finished paper on the computer screen. And then when I print it, I will come back and show you guys before I start to cut the images out and put it on the actual outfit. Okay guys, so these are how my images look after they came out the printer. I had actually began to cut it and then I realized that my camera was not recording. I'm sorry about that, but these are basically how they look when they come out of the printer. So these are all the images all together that's going to be going on the entire outfit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start cutting them out. And you can use a Cricut machine definitely if you have one, or a Cameo. But since I began making these outfits, I have been started cutting them out by hand, so I got used to it. So I do have a Cricut, but it is literally sitting collecting dust. I don't use it because once you get used to doing things a certain way, sometimes it's hard to go back to doing it a different way, even if the different way makes it easier. I'm old-fashioned with it, and I cut everything out by hand. I just get my scissor and then I cut everything. So that's the reason why I use the black outline, because it helps guide me through when I'm cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and cut like maybe 2 or 3 of them on camera, and then I'm going to probably do the rest off camera. If I do the rest on camera, I'm going to speed it up and then play some music so that it won't be too boring for you guys. And then I'll come right back on the voiceover as soon as all the images are cut out so that I can show you guys how I ironed them on the actual outfit. Okay, so now that I cut everything out, this is how it looks. These are how all the cut images look. They look nice. I mean, the camera really isn't giving it any justice. I wish the lighting in my room was a lot better because the colors really pop. And they look a lot brighter and vibrant than what they do on the camera. But I have my outfit lined up. Now, I actually put the images on my outfit before I finish the outfit. It's easier for me doing it that way. And then what I do is I refer back to my design of where the images go on the outfit. And when I'm taking the images off of the transfer paper, because you have to remove the front image from the backing, I just use a clothing pin or a sewing pin and just go ahead and just stick it down. And once you do that, the front image would pop up and you just peel it right off. And be careful when you're using that pin, guys, because you don't want to put a hole into your image, but you do want to just press it down lightly or firmly enough to where the front part disconnects from the backing of the transfer paper. And I just go ahead and I place it down, and your transfer papers come with a pack or a few pieces of tissue paper, and you use it to put it on top of the image before you start to iron it on. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it on top and then iron it a little bit until it's ironed on there. And I'm going to actually show you guys how you can tell when the image is not finished. So once you start ironing it on, and once the image has like this ashy or blotchy look to it, I'm going to show you guys up close. You see how it has those little blotchy marks? I call it ashy, but it's like blotchy. Let me see if I can get my camera to focus and show you guys. Those little blotchy spots, the little white spots, that means that you need to add more heat to your image. That's how you can tell. Now, you don't want to keep the iron too long on it because you don't want to burn the image. So you want to check as you're pressing your iron onto your image every couple of seconds. Okay, so I went ahead and put some more heat onto it. Then I went ahead and lined up my cloud images. And then I went ahead and took my pen and I pressed down firmly on one edge of the paper. And then once one side comes up, you just go ahead and peel off lightly. Don't be pulling this thing all hard, guys. Like, it is gentle, it is delicate, it will rip. So don't be yanking that thing off that back end. Just pull it off slowly, okay? It don't really take much to get the images off of the backing anyway. And just peel them off and then go ahead and put your images on your item of where you want it to be. So I'm not going to do too much talking. I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys watch me iron on the images. And then I'll come back when it's finished and just show you guys how it looks so far. So I finished one side of the jumpsuit and this is how it's looking so far. I like it. I kind of wish that I made those clouds bigger, but I do like the way it looks on this side. And this side of the fabric is actually blue denim. And I like how I made the contrasting colors with the denim and the yellow and the bandana around the collar and the cow print around the sleeves. Like I said, I'm going to make a detailed video on how I make these jumpsuits from scratch, but this video is just how I designed them. So I'm going to go ahead and finish designing it, and I'm going to actually speed the video up so that you guys can see, because once you see how I do one side, the other side is a piece of cake. So just go ahead and watch, and then I'll come back when I put all the designs on the entire jumpsuit. So this is how it looks after I finish ironing all the images on there. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and sew it together off camera and show you guys how the finished item looks. So here is our completed look, and as you can see, I made the matching bucket hat. Now I'm also going to make a video as well on how I make these bucket hats from scratch. This one came out super cute. I actually put some of that red bandana in the inside, which gave it a nice little pop to it, made it a little extra special. So this is how our jumpsuit looks on the front. I love this, guys, and I hope you guys love it as much as I do. The colors in this look so beautiful. I think I picked the right images to go on the outfit. It looks perfect to me. I still feel like I should have done the clouds a little bit bigger, but I am 100% happy with the way that it turned out. I like the characters that I chose. I love the placement of each of the characters. I'm definitely going to try to make some more descriptive videos on how to make these outfits, because these outfits actually do really well on my website. Now, I didn't plan to make this video, and I've been trying to plan out my videos. So if there's a lot of information that you feel like you miss, please feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section. So that way, when I'm making one of my other outfits, I will record that one as well and be more descriptive and give you more detail. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it, and thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed.